Hello and welcome. I'm Brett Connor. And I'm Royce Connor. And this is The Best We Can Do. Here's the best we can do on today's episode. We are here at the summer, and that means one of my favorite topics is upon us, vacation.
Vacation, all I ever wanted.
Oh, he's singing. The Go-Go's live in you.
They do.
But not as masculine.
That's true. I wish I could water ski like the Go-Go's.
I wish you could make money like the Go-Go's.
No, drink to that.
Well, we're going to talk about vacation with you, besties. It is summer. It's a time when many of us are thinking about going on a trip with loved ones, and we want to talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about what vacation means to us, what it's like to plan a great vacation, and we want to get ready for a fantastic summer. We hope we can help you get ready too.
I love it, Royce. I want to talk about vacations. I want to talk about going to our happy places. I want to talk about the not happy parts of vacation. We're going to talk about everything.
I love it. Well, I want to start by saying that I distinguish in my mind between vacation and trips.
Ooh,
And
tell me more about that, Royce.
I'll be curious if you agree, Brett. To me, a vacation is about a place. You go to a place and enjoy that location. And it is because of that it's ultimately then about relaxing or having fun in that place. And I distinguish that from trips. I find trips generally are about people. You're going to visit your parents, your in-laws, your brother, and those trips are different. They're generally not about relaxation or about a place specifically. It is about some sort of task you need to accomplish. It can be wonderful and often is. Trips can be just as fulfilling, but they are not quite vacations because they don't necessarily mean a break or an escape from the day-to-day. It's a different kind of day-to-day. So I'm not talking about trips. I'm not talking about let's hop in the car and go visit the grandparents for a weekend. That's a trip. This is an episode about vacations, places, and relaxation. What do you think, Brett?
Royce, I generally agree with that. When I think of the distinction between vacations and trips, I think of trips as being a lot of work. They're a lot of work to plan, they're a lot of work to pay for, and they're a lot of work to experience. There are times when I've taken a trip and I was exhausted at the end of it. Vacations are times when you just get away from it all. You just show up, you relax, you enjoy. You don't think about too much. You don't work too hard. You're just enjoying yourself. So it's not so much for people with me. I think you can take a vacation with other people and you can take trips with other people. That's fine with me. The most important thing for me is at the end of it, do you need a vacation? If you need a vacation, you have not taken a vacation. You have taken a trip.
Yes, you're right. A trip doesn't necessarily lead to rejuvenation. You can take a trip to the grocery store. Vacations are ultimately about then rejuvenation and what rejuvenates us. Good point, Brett.
Oh, look at you being so complimentary. Thank you, Royce.
Now, you've taken many wonderful vacations in your life, sometimes on your own, sometimes with gigantic groups, sometimes something in between. Has there been a favorite vacation you've ever taken?
Whoa, that's a good question. I have been very fortunate in life, and I have gone to many places and seen many things and met many people, and that's been a great wonder and joy. When I think the best vacation I've taken, it's weird because it's going to sound like a trip.
Oh boy.
We went to Italy. My husband and I went to Italy, and I'd never been before. And the trip elements were, we did plan a lot. We knew how much time we had. And I did set up a pretty specific itinerary, not moment to moment, hour by hour, but a few days here, a few days there, da-da-da-da. So we had a schedule.
All right.
And sometimes schedules are a little scary. We'll talk about that later, I know. But this one ended up being the most wondrous vacation. And we were smart about it, I thought, because we didn't try doing too much, seeing too much. We started off with an idea of seeing lots and lots and lots of places and then just whittled it down further and further to finally just the right number of cities, the right number of days, the right modes of travel between point A and point B. And two great memories come from that trip. One is how much food I ate.
Oh, Italian food in Italy nonstop. Oh,
I was hungry constantly. Not because I wasn't eating, but because I was. And the food was so good. Everywhere I went, there was a new thing I wanted to eat. And it was amazing to me how much I could plow through and everything looks good and smells good and is right there and made fresh. Oh my gosh, it is the best eating vacation I've ever had.
Oh, amazing.
And then there was the second memory, which I will never forget. We had taken a train. The last stage of this trip was Venice. So we'd taken a train. We were in Florence, train to Venice. and you walk out of the train station in Venice. And, it's a train station. It's hustle and bustle and get your stuff, and there's all these people, da-da-da-da. And then you walk out the doors. The doors swing out, and in front of you is the Grand Canal of Venice.
I saw that in Las Vegas.
Oh, gosh. It stopped me dead in my tracks. There were 10,000 people behind me just trying to go about their day. I don't care. I stopped it flat, cold, stunned by this beautiful sight of the canal right there in front of me.
Are there gondolas like they have in Las Vegas that's not a pathetic ripoff of what really happens?
There are definitely gondolas. It's a funny city because there's no street traffic. There are no cars, there are no buses. It's an island. It's this medieval island. You can't drive on it. So how do you get around? By water, because there are canals that cut through the city. So you do just like you see in Las Vegas or in the movies. There are gondoliers. They take you from point A to point B. What I would consider a bus system, there's no bus. There's public ferries, these public large gondolas, these boats that would take you through everywhere. And you can go and you can take the fancy tourist boats that would take you through. You don't have to do that. You basically buy a bus ticket. It goes the same route as all the expensive fancy tourist places. You see all the same stuff. Oh, gosh, it was a beautiful place. I loved Italy. And there was one other element of it, too, that I'm remembering now as I'm telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this was going to be our last trip before we got kids.
Oh, okay. So this was the calm before the storm.
Right. Sort of the parentication, like enjoy one last hurrah before your life is going to change dramatically. And you can't do a trip like this for a while.
Yeah. A question I have about these gondolas. Do these gondoliers sing great Italian songs like O Solo Mio or the theme to Super Mario Brothers?
They don't all sing, but there definitely are singing gondoliers, yes.
That is amazing. You know, a vacation you took that looked amazing to me was when you rode the camel. He's on a camel in the middle of some place covered in sand that I don't think we've invaded yet, but who knows.
That was India.
India.
Actually. We had gone to India. We spent a long time there too, which is a gift, just to spend weeks and weeks and weeks in this beautiful, fascinating nation with the best people, also a really good food vacation. I think when people picture India, they think the cities, Mumbai, Delhi,
Taj Mahal.
They might think of a jungle because a lot of India, especially in the south, is very lush and green. But out in the west, it's a desert.
Mm-hmm.
And we went. There were camels and you could take a camel ride. And when am I going to get a chance to ride a camel? Probably never again. So we rode camels. In fact, that's not the most interesting camel experience we had on that trip. The best camel experience we had, watching a game of camel polo.
Camel polo?
So the game polo, where they ride horses and they hit a ball with a giant hammer. It's that exact same sport, but they're on camels instead.
Amazing.
Thank you for remembering that trip. It was fun. Highly recommend it. Everyone wants to go to some place and you feel you are just far, far, far away from anything you've ever experienced. Go to India.
Off the top of your head, how many countries have you visited in your life?
At least a dozen, maybe more.
I'm so jealous of that. I've been very few places internationally. I had a wonderful vacation I took in France, and I've seen some of Mexico, and that's it. I don't count Canada. Sorry, Canada, you're very nice, but you're not the 51st state, but you're not exactly very foreign. So I never counted that as going to a foreign country, but I love you, Canada. But I have traveled extensively within the United States. In fact, just a few months ago, I traveled to my 49th of the 50 states.
Really?
So if I can make it to one more state, I would have hit all 50. So if you're looking to sponsor us in any way, state of Mississippi, you can sponsor a trip. The best we can do to Mississippi, we'll do an episode straight from a riverboat or whatever you like. And then I would have seen all 50 states.
I have never been to the American South. Ever.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I believe you. I'm fascinated by that.
No, the people are really nice. The mint iced tea, the mint juleps are incredible. I don't know how you feel about pecan pie, but oh my God, I would start the Civil War over again if they were going to take pecan pie away from me. It's so good.
I'm sorry. Do you mean pecan pie?
Oh, you're one of those pecan people. Okay, that's nice.
Absolutely. I'm one of the correct people.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. Sorry, besties.
Enjoy your pecan pie.
For me, my favorite vacation, it isn't a specific place like India or Italy. I am someone who loves cruises. I recommend them to everyone, especially people who think they are not for you. They are a fantastic way to travel. If you're someone like me, someone who doesn't love logistics and just wants to relax, all you need to do on a cruise is buy a ticket and figure out what bathing suit makes you look the best. Then you just go. You walk onto the ship, and then it is everything and anything you want it to be. As fun as you want it to be, as relaxing as you want it to be, the number of people you're around, whatever you want it to be. You can change your mind in a minute. You might think you want a nice, casual, quiet reading on the balcony day and suddenly realize, I'm going to go hit the pool. And you can do that in a minute. And it's a great way to vacation with people. You get a group together, you go on a cruise. It's so much fun. And the food is amazing. And you will stuff yourself. Oh, it's like taxidermy. You're going to be so stuffed. I can't say it's a perfect way to travel. It's not for everyone. I think the big con with cruising is the buffet. It is a madhouse in the buffet, and I don't like going because it's a madhouse, and some of the most disgusting human behavior I have ever seen in my life has been at the buffet on a cruise ship. People sticking their mouths into the self-serve ice cream thing and just emptying it out into their mouths.
Oh.
Kids running around without their bottoms on, like diaperless children running around while the parents are stuffing themselves full of hot dogs.
This is what's wrong with America, right then and there.
Yes, the buffet is to be avoided unless you enjoy that kind of thing, you sickos. And I'd say the other con with cruising is it's not a great way, in my opinion, to see another country. So I've been on cruise ships that stopped in Costa Rica, but I don't consider myself having been to Costa Rica. It stopped for 4 hours and you went to the beach. That doesn't count. It's not a great way to see a country. You want to see a country and take a trip? You need to go. Cruising is not a great way to see places, but it's a fantastic way to chill. Those have been great vacations for us, but not every vacation is great. You must have had a vacation nightmare story at some point in your life.
We've definitely had some bad vacations. I will say, when I look back, my least favorite place to go was Disney.
Oh, I hear you.
I have a whole lot of problems with Disney. I think I will preface that speech by saying there's a reason they call it the most magical place on earth. There is something wonderful about it. Those Imagineers, they earn every penny they make. They have the best job in America.
Mm-hmm.
They really create this environment that is spectacular. So the being there of it and, the rides, the food, a lot of positive things to say. But then there's the downside.
Oh my God.
You should not go to a place supposedly to enjoy yourself and spend 75% of your time miserable.
Oh, you're lucky if it's only 75%.
Over time, you forget the miserable parts. So people come home and they talk about the 25% of the time they really enjoyed themselves at Disney. They forget the stress, the expense, the exhaustion. It's a terrible place to go to really enjoy yourself. It's fun when you're on Space Mountain. Standing in line for an hour to get on, not so much. It's great to have a good meal. Spending $50 a person for something they just warmed up in a microwave, not so much. It's nice to be around other people from different places. It's not so fun to stand shoulder to shoulder with a mob waiting for the tape to drop and you can enter a park at 9 in the morning when you were up to 11 at night the night before at the other place. It's a terribly, terribly expensive and exhausting place to go, and it wasn't always that way. When they opened, famously, this is back in the 50s, Walt Disney himself wanted a place where families could go, all families, from all different walks of life. Those days are over. It is now an extremely expensive trip. Your regular middle-class working family, 2.4 kids, they can't go to Disney anymore. It's remarkably corporate, shamefully so in my opinion. They milk you for every possible penny they can and then expect you to smile and say, "Thank you, Tinkerbell, may I have another?" No. I think if I never went back to Disney again, I'd be okay with that.
Let's not forget, Brett, that the last time we were in Disney, it was on a big family vacation, you and your kids, me and my husband, and my great memory of that trip is all getting COVID. Thanks, Florida.
Every single one of us got COVID, it's true.
And that was one of the better memories of the trip. Standing in line for an hour and 45 minutes to hear it's a small world after all was not my idea of calm.
You should not have to go travel thousands of miles just to exhaust yourself. And that's what I don't like about Disney. It absolutely drains your finances and drains your very will to live. All gets sucked straight out of you.
I feel like our chances of getting endorsed by Disney are getting lower.
Yeah, changed my mind, Disney. Good luck to you.
I still like Star Wars and Marvel movies, Disney. Happy to endorse. I do agree Disney can be very challenging, but to me, the vacation that I will never do again is camping. Camping is awful. This is not the Donner Party. I will never spend another night in my life sleeping on the ground in a tent, smelling like Port Authority on Asparagus Day. It's the worst. As my husband Aaron loves to say, all vacations should have shelter and shopping. I will not go camping ever again. I will not sleep in a tent. I will not be handed a shovel and a toilet paper roll and be told, see you in 20 minutes. It's the worst. I don't know why anyone does it.
It's so interesting, Royce, because you are a former Eagle Scout.
Yes. And
you've done all the camping and the merit badges. You can start a fire. You can do all the camping stuff, but you don't like it.
I used to love camping, and that was before my spinal cord turned into something from a Lego set and my prostate enlarged to the size of a small colony.
I agree. Prostates and camping do not go well together.
They do not. I need mattresses. I need hotels. Y'all can go hike Yosemite all you want. I will be at the inn, at the bar. I'll see you later, but I am never camping again.
I will say, as I've gotten older, my interest in camping has seriously diminished to the point where it is zero. I like being in nature. I like the places that campgrounds are in, the kinds of places you would go camping. I love being in them. I do not want to sleep at them.
Oh, I agree. I love hiking. I love being outdoors and hiking. I'll do that all day. And then put me in the hot tub.
Oh, agree. I will go for a beautiful hike, then go back to the hotel for room service, a king-size bed, and peace.
All of you besties out there who love camping, we love you so, so much. And I'm sorry what the wild animals are going to do to you, but many of your remains will be recovered.
Hope you like bugs, campers. So many bugs.
Nasty.
They bite you and you itch for a week when you get home.
Well, Brett, let's give besties some general travel tips that you think can help them make the best of their vacation planning time and really maximize the fun that they can have on vacation. Let's use our great wisdom that has brought us things like India and Disney.
Okay, here's my first piece of advice, Royce.
I'm ready.
Number 1, forget spontaneity. Spontaneity is for suckers. People who don't plan for things, they show up at places and wonder, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? How come this is already booked? How come I can't do that? And the reason is everybody else planned. Everybody else decided what they were going to do, what was important to them, and they made all the arrangements in advance so that when they got there, they could enjoy themselves. Everyone else who thought, I just want to go and be spontaneous. Too bad. You get nothing. Put a little effort in. Go get the guidebooks. Do your research online, however you like to do it. Talk to people who have been there before. Get some suggestions. Put a plan into action and implement it. It can make your vacation so much more enjoyable if you do some legwork in advance.
One of my favorite activities in San Francisco in the summer is to go to the Embarcadero area and stand at the place where the Alcatraz boat tours leave from and watch people show up and say, I'd like my ticket to Alcatraz, please. And they get laughed out of the place. Those things sell out months in advance. Do your planning, people. The people who made the plans, they're going to go to Alcatraz today. You know where you're going to go to? Go sit with the homeless on Market Street.
My favorite San Francisco tourist observation to make is everyone who travels from afar thinking they're coming to California, but their idea of California is the Hollywood California with palm trees and beaches and sunshine.
Fools!
They come to San Francisco in July and it is freezing. So they all are forced to go to the tourist gift shop and get the exact same Alcatraz swim team sweatshirt and wear it.
20% of San Francisco's revenue must come from sweatshirts sold in June, July, and August.
I completely agree. It's an industry of itself. All these tourists who show up in t-shirts, shorts, and flip-flops thinking, hey, I'm in California. This is great. And they are wrong.
Let me give you folks another tip on vacations, and it includes some ways where you can take a relatively inexpensive vacation and still make it feel glamorous. To me, I think the great example of this is what we call staycations, where you don't actually go very far from home. You're in half an hour of your home and you do things there. You don't even need a hotel room, although finding a cheap hotel room in your neighborhood is actually kind of fun, but you go do these tourist things that you would never normally do, and it doesn't cost you very much money, and you know all the cheap places to eat because you live here. And just for a moment, rather than being a resident of your community, you're seeing it with these new eyes. And you could go to the beach that you don't normally go to because you don't think about it. Or you go to that bar that you went to 6 years ago and have always wanted to go again. Get a hotel room. Spend a night there. Let someone else do all the cooking and the cleaning. take a break from your life without having to buy a plane ticket. Staycations are a ton of fun.
I'm a huge staycation fan, and I love doing things in San Francisco that are very touristy, but to do them as a local, you can do them at unusual times. You can go to the Buena Vista Cafe and get a famous Irish coffee Tuesdays at 11 o'clock. No one else is there. You don't have to go when the tourists are in town.
Exactly. It's such a good plan. Any other tips?
Some of the best advice I ever got about traveling was from a friend of mine who had this just a simple back of the envelope estimate for how long should you spend at a place. Something I think people make some mistakes on is they spend too much time or too little time. Her rule of thumb is spend one night for every hour it took to get there.
That is brilliant.
Isn't that brilliant? If it's an hour away, spend a night. If it takes you 2 hours to get there, spend 2 nights. If it's 5 hours away, spend 5 nights. And I would say, as a rule of thumb, it's perfect. Nothing is worse than when you travel 10 hours to get somewhere and spend a night or two. It's exhausting. I'm not even talking about jet lag and all that. Jet lag is a real thing, especially this time in life. It's a mess. Give yourself the right amount of time. And I will say, if you're wondering how many nights is correct, think how far away is this place and how long is it going to take to get there?
So I understand why it could be frustrating to spend 2 nights in a place that took 10 hours to get to. Is the opposite true? Is it equally frustrating to spend 10 nights at a place 2 hours away?
Yes, that is well within day trip range. You can go back multiple times if you want. If you're going to go away for 10 days, go far. Don't waste your 10 days somewhere in your backyard. Get up and go.
That's very good advice.
Thank you, Royce.
Another tip I have, and this is really more for me, Brett, this is not something you would ever do, but I love having fun with stupid people on vacation.
Oh, Lord. Listen to yourself, Royce.
It's something that you can do anywhere visiting in the United States. I imagine it's a bit trickier in other countries unless you can find Americans in those other countries, but it's fun to have fun with people who are really struggling. I love when people come up to me in New York and say, I need a quiet place to have dinner with my fiance. Where should I go? And I go to Times Square. You'll have a nice, quiet, relaxing evening on Saturday at 7:30 in Times Square. Do that. I remember going to Alaska and traveling with this small group looking at Denali. People there being unclear about where they were. And I remember asking fakely, but throwing these people into a state of confusion. Excuse me, tour guide, I'm confused. Are we in Alaska or America right now? And people on each other like, yeah, are we in Alaska or America right now? It's a good question. Like, oh, it's not a good question. I'm just having fun with you. So exploit other people's lack of knowledge about pretty much everything. It can really add some fun, free events to your vacations.
Only you, Royce, would extract joy from basically making fun of other people.
But they don't know I'm making fun of them. No harm, no foul.
That is a difference for you only. You are making fun of these people. Shame.
You must have a final tip to give our besties about vacations.
The last piece of advice I'll give is this. A lot of people, when they think of traveling, think of only 2 modes of possible transportation. They drive or they fly.
Right.
And people get stuck in that way of thinking. No matter where they're going, they think, do I drive or do I fly? I'm putting a plug in for a third option, and that is the train.
I love the train.
I love train travel. Now, not everyone does. If you're a train person, you know what I'm talking about. You're a train person. If you're not, you definitely know what I'm talking about. You're not a train person. You have to love it. And I find too often people don't know which camp they're in because they never think about getting on a train. And if they've never done a train trip, I'm talking about a long train trip, at least 6 hours, maybe even overnight, maybe multiple nights. You don't know what you're missing. I adore train travel. It is a great way to experience the country you live in or the country you're visiting. They are generally quite clean. They generally have a lot of nice amenities on board. They're very comfortable. You meet the best people.
Oh, yeah.
Really good people travel by train. And if you want to meet the best people, get on a train and just start talking to the people around you. You will not regret it. Definitely, folks, if you're thinking of doing that trip, think before you book that plane ticket. Can I take a train instead? Now, word of warning, trains are not for people who just want to get there.
Right.
If you just want to be there and get there as fast as possible, don't get on the train. But if you want to give yourself a gift where the journey is part of your vacation, take a train there. It is a fantastic way to spend your vacation time. So
Amtrak, if you're looking to give some money to a podcast, we are here. We will endorse you. Our fees, I'm sure, would be low.
Totally, I love that we're pushing away Disney, but trying to attract Amtrak.
We are never going to be successful.
This is why we record our podcast in your attic.
2 of the best trips I ever took in my life were overnight train trips where, you're right, it was me and a friend. I went on one with my friend Mikey, one with my friend Jesse. One was overnight from LA to Seattle. One, which I thought was even more beautiful, was from San Francisco to Denver, Colorado.
Ooh.
So went through the Rockies. Take a train through the Rockies, folks. It will change your view on life, America, and everything else. Oh, love that trip.
The best thing about that trip, Royce, from LA to Seattle is for so much of that, you are right on the Pacific Ocean. It is just a few feet outside your train window. It is stunning. It's a beautiful way to travel. And you don't get that on Southwest. Stay on the earth and see this beautiful country we live in.
Amtrak. Well, Brett, as we're winding our vacation episode down, what's your next vacation?
Oh, we've got a few trips coming up.
Of course you do. You always do.
Taking the family on our last big family trip before the oldest goes off to college.
Oh my God.
We thought about getting in a plane and getting out our passports and flying to Europe or Asia or so. And we decided, you know what? Let's do an America trip. A trip in our very own country. So we're doing national parks. We're going to Yellowstone. We're going to Grand Teton. And we're going to spend a few days up in Big Sky Country, Montana.
You're going to have such a great time. Montana is stunningly beautiful.
I've never been. I'm so excited. Cannot wait.
You're going to be able to do things with moose that you thought were impossible outside very dirty movies.
I have a very vivid imagination. Be careful about that.
Sorry, moose.
And then I'm taking another trip, and this has 2 really good elements. First is we're going to one of my favorite places, which is London. I love London.
I've never been. I wanted to go.
The second exciting part of this trip, no other family members are coming. I'm leaving the husband and kids at home and I'm meeting a friend there, and we're just going to have time without any family obligations. Doesn't that sound good?
You're going to have so much fun. You can enjoy all the fine dining that England has to offer.
That is a misconception. They have good food now. Trust me.
Good food from other countries.
Yes, but they still have it. How about you, Royce? Taking any trips coming up?
The next vacation I have is actually with you. We're taking the cruise leaving out of Long Beach and doing a quick trip down to Mexico and back. I really consider this an opportunity to indulge in the drink package. I don't know what the kids do.
I don't know how you justify the drink package. I do not drink nearly enough to justify that. I'm one of those, I have 2 drinks for a day and I'm done.
Your sadness hurts me deeply.
Your sadness does not change my joy. I'm looking forward to that vacation.
It's going to be so much fun. Well, let's wrap this episode up then, Brett, and let me tell you, besties, maybe one final bit of advice. Vacations are about rejuvenation. So as you prepare to think about your vacation, start with your goal in mind. What do you want to get out of it? If it is about rejuvenation and relaxation, start planning with that. If it's about getting to know your partner or your spouse more deeply, start with that. You find your happiness exactly the form you want it to be in, and plan your vacation around your goal. And you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful summer vacation. And we're just so happy for you.
I think what I always say to my kids, especially when we're at the end of a trip, I always tell them, you should always be a little bit sad when you leave a place, because that means you had a wonderful time, you had great memories, a memorable experience, and someday you'll come back.
Beautifully said, as always.
That's right.
Well, speaking of going on vacation and being a little bit sad, Brett, we have something to share.
Yes, besties, Royce and I are taking a break. We are celebrating the end of the Best We Can Do Season 1.
We made it through Season 1!
Oh, thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We have had so much fun putting this season of episodes together for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. We are going to take the summer. We're going to do a little rejuvenation of our own. We're going to do some thinking about this podcast, how we can make it even better. And we're coming back in the fall for Season 2.
If the FCC doesn't get involved.
Come and get me, Trump.
Ugh.
You cannot take this from me.
Being on this journey with you, Brett, for Season 1 has been deeply meaningful to me. I had my doubts about this, as you know. I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that I love, but I've loved learning more about you. I've loved hearing about your perspective on things, especially the wrong perspective. And I love making sure that people out there know that you cannot tell a story without introducing avalanches of unnecessary details. People needed to know that.
People know that your mind cannot handle details, that you live in a simple world.
Dancing through life.
Yeah, that's right. You're dancing through life.
Well, my favorite part of season 1 and working with you on this is it just made me just love and respect you all the more. And I am so excited to come back for season 2 in the fall.
Royce, that is so kind of you to say. I have also enjoyed working with you on this. I enjoyed the development process before we ever got microphones in front of us. I enjoyed the creative process as we thought about what we're going to do, what we're not going to do, who we're going to be. That was so meaningful. I have absolutely treasured every moment we've spent putting this together and working with you. It is nice to work with you.
Yeah.
Because this is work. I know people think we just sit down and gab, but we do put some effort into it.
Some.
Just the right amount of effort, I think, to keep it interesting and more or less professional. I am proud of what we've done here. I think we've started something here that I'm really looking forward to develop and grow in season 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
3 and 4 and 5?
No, you lazy bum.
Well, besties, we could not have done it without you. Thank you for your support. Spend the summer catching up on episodes you missed. Tell your friends and colleagues about us and help us get better for season 2.
Let us know what you think. Send us some feedback or take some ideas. We're always looking for some really good episode ideas. And we are putting our calendar together for next season, so this is a perfect time to hit us up at hello@thebestwecando.com.
Agreed.
That will wrap things up for this episode and for this season. Thanks to our theme composer, Seth Weinstein.
And thank you, besties, for spending this entire season with us.
We know you're doing your best out there.
We can't wait to see you again soon in the fall. Like and subscribe so we can stay in touch.
You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and Blue Sky.
Find those links, other information, and email us at www.thebestwecando.com.
For now, I'm Brett Connor.
And I'm Royce Connor.
Next season, we'll try to do better, but for now, this is the
best we can do. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for a great season 1. See you in season 2.
Bye, besties.